Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, we go through the roadmap each week, letting you know exactly what has changed. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. If you do enjoy my content and would like to make it even better, it is all very much appreciated. Be sure to follow the links in the description below. So there's been quite a few updates to the roadmap, but before we get on with that, just a quick 3.9 update. Now, the latest is that the new patch dropped last night, which is a 390i. This again is Ivacati only, and from what I've been hearing, the 3.9H build was very stable, so hopefully the 3.9i build is even more of an improvement and a potential release candidate. Obviously, I will cover the leaked patch notes and any images or videos that get leaked later on, but that is the current situation. 3.9i did come with a lot more bug fixes, not any new content I don't think, but it sounds like they are still trying to fix a lot of legacy bugs and issues that are arising with 3.9 as well. So, on to the roadmap. Firstly, a couple of pushbacks for 3.9 unfortunately. The Arlington Bounty missions, which is the new 3.9 mission culminating in a Idris battle, is unfortunately not coming to 3.9 and instead pushed to 4.0. The reasoning, they say, is that after the Ivacati tests, they found the mission didn't feel as good as they wanted it to, therefore they're going to spend a bit more time to ensure it feels great. Now personally, it is a shame, as I was looking forward to taking on the Idris with all of my org mates, but it isn't a deal breaker for me, and obviously I want it to work right and feel good, so fair enough. Also, the M50, the Origin M50, also slipped into the 3.9 build. This I was actually expecting to happen a long time ago. We know they have just started on it, but no longer for 3.9. So for gameplay in 3.9, there is a new card which is Contacts List Refactor Friends List Unification. Now this is 91% complete, 70 out of 77 tasks are done, so only 7 remain now, and we have seen this system in the leaks, so it is getting implemented into the 3.9 build, and the card reads as followed. We've created a single Friends Contact service that both Spectrum and the DGS, so in-game, can pull from in order to display a player's contacts or friends list. This allows for things such as pending friend and party invites, as well as visibility to whether the player is online or not. The front-end UI will be rebuilt in our new building blocks tech to allow for future expansions of the functionality. Additionally, the main goal is to allow for easier player-to-player connectivity within the Star Citizen universe. By converting this into a unified service, it will also lay the framework to create better lobby functions in the future for all game modes, with the initial focus being connecting to other players in the PU. So we will see how useful this is, but I'm sure it'll be much better than what we had before. Hopefully it streamlines the whole process. It allows people on Spectrum to see people in-game and communicate with them and sort of create a party there and then join them later on when they get home or wherever. Also, I'm assuming this lobby will have a much better function in something like Theatres of War. So 3.9, we'll see how that goes. Also in gameplay, the restricted area rework is at 67% complete. 8 out of 12 tasks are done. From last week, they just added 2, so 4 now remain. Now on to ships. With the M50 gone, that just leaves the Esperia Prowler, and I'm happy to say that it is in polishing, so hopefully we will get to see it in Wave 1 release, or maybe even some juicy leaks on the Ivacati builds. Now it's completed, or in polishing should I say, they will probably start implementing it into the actual build itself. Now on to 4.0 and locations. There is another new card called GrimHEX Improvements. Now this is 30% complete, 11 out of 37 are done, so 26 still remain, but the card reads, finalizing GrimHEX, making it a complete landing zone. Main changes will include a new location branded utilitarian hangars accessible by the main hub, a scramble race feature, and additional content. So this I find very interesting, creating GrimHEX to function more like a main landing zone, most likely giving the pirates something more fully established or a place for them to reside until Pyro comes, of course. The race feature was actually something that was intended to come to GrimHEX a long time ago when they first brought GrimHEX in, and it just never made it, so that should be quite entertaining. How it will look or vary compared to what it is now, I don't know, but I'm glad they're addressing that. Anyway, on to gameplay for 4.0. Body dragging has been kicked off. It is at 10%. 1 out of 10 tasks are done. Still 9 to go. But we heard about this in the monthly report for the PU, which I am currently working on. It'll come out later this week. But it sounds like it'll feel very realistic, with bodies using ragdoll, but also having weight behind them, as you would expect them to. This feature will be a great help for expanding the bounty hunting and medical career. Now onto ship HUD rework. That is at 25%. 1 out of 4 tasks are done. They actually added one from last week, so 3 now remain, but this is getting all of the ships converted to the new building blocks UI. Hopefully they can get that done for 4.0, because that would be amazing. Now ships in 4.0, we have the M50 only. It's still at 0 out of 8 tasks, but we have heard about updates to the ship's exterior and cockpit, bringing it in line with the most recent Origin changes. Now for weapons in 4.0, the Lightning Bolt, Atskav Sniper Rifle and Yubarev Pistol have each seen a single task added, but no completions, although it was mentioned in the PU report that they are ready to be implemented into the 3.9 stream. I expect that was just an error though, so don't expect them in 3.9. If they do come, it'll be a nice surprise. The Gemini C54 SMG has had 2 new tasks added, that is now at 13 out of 28. Finally, for 4.0 and Core Tech, the server-to-client actor networking rework, this is at 33% complete, so 1 out of 3 tasks are done, 2 of them remain. I am extremely happy to see progress on this being kicked off. This is one of the final pieces of backend tech, which is very important and will improve dead reckoning, helping to reduce perceived lag, rubber banding, that sort of stuff. As soon as we can get that in, the better. Finally, 4.1. For locations, there has been a new card, which is Space Station Refinery decks, so similar to what we have with cargo decks. This is currently scheduled, and it does say that the refinery decks are dedicated areas in rest stops that serve as mining hubs, where the player can drop off mined minerals to be refined, pick up mining missions, or buy new equipment. So it's very nice to see this come to the roadmap for the same time as cargo decks as well. It'll be just great getting both of those in. And also it does clear up a bit of confusion. I was thinking refinery decks was probably more to do with getting fuel. It makes sense that these are to deposit minerals, just expanding the mining gameplay a little further, or at least completing that gameplay. Hopefully we will hear a bit about filtering if that's still in the plans. Anyway, that is it for this week's roadmap update. Some interesting movements, and it is a shame about the Idris mission and the M50, but personally I wasn't too fussed about either of those anyway. But it's great to see the network rework getting some progress and some love. Refinery decks, excellent to hear as well, and here is to 3.9 coming to Wave 1 as soon as possible. With that said, let me know what sort of mining missions you would like to see with these refinery decks. For me, it's kind of requesting X amount of minerals to be mined and brought back. That would be quite cool. Maybe loaning you a prospector to do so. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got lots more content coming, as well as covering all of 3.9's leaks. And when it goes to Wave 1, we have a lot of content burning to get put out. Anyway, hit the like button as well if you're excited for 3.9. Tick the notification bell so you know exactly when all of my videos go live. Come follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. We're having a lot of fun over there, hanging out, waiting for 3.9. Again, thank you to my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.